Alrighty guys, we're back, more LittleBigPlanet Karting, and we're going to start up the space base for you guys. Haven't started any of these as of yet, so we'll play just the space base in this episode. If we have any mini games to do, we will do those ones as well. So stuff to look forward to, definitely. And I'm really not too sure on the length of this game, but as I've said before, I'll be doing community levels as well, and I'll continue to do content if you guys want to see it after I finish the story. Just depends on how much, you know, how much the community really rises up, because it's not as big as LittleBigPlanet Karting. You can see on most levels that I'm playing right now, I'm getting into like the 300s on the leaderboard. So the game's only been out for a couple days, but at the same time too, not as many people buying the game yet. So it'll be interesting to see how the community grows and what type of people they'll be available to play online with as well.
Petit watch seesaw. Yeah, window button. Oh, wow. Buddy, oh, wow. Indeed, wow.
The space base. I like that name. Alrighty. Alright, and the hover bees as well. Aw, I missed. I'll help us out though, and then I'll just knock us all the way back. The one of the things about this is there's some definite rubber banding going on, where if you're in the lead, you don't really have to worry about it, because you're going to be in 5th or 6th not too long from now. And you've seen me win a lot of races too, where I've been, you know, kind of straggling at the back, and then in the last couple minutes or last couple seconds of the race, I come back and then take it unexpectedly. There's really no, you know, rhyme or reason to it in a way. Like you get hit 3 times and then you're just knocked completely out, or you'll get, you know, fast forward or something like that, or a bunch of people get hit ahead of you, and yeah, you're pretty much right back into it after that. So, and most of the guys too really don't separate that much. I mean, it's one of the things that I've kind of noticed. You know, again, comparing to Mod Nation Racers, there was points where I definitely was like, okay, this race we were screwed. We were, you know, 20 seconds back right now. There's no way we're going to catch up. You guys can see here that it's pretty close. Like, we just, you know, we're in 7th place there. Now we're back in 3rd or 4th. So we're right in it once again. Which isn't necessarily a terrible thing. Because, I mean, I don't mind getting back in a race, but also it's been frustrating that I've had to edit out a couple of races where I've been, you know, in the lead going into the last couple seconds and then just being, you know, knocked out or whatever, and it's like, oh, well, I guess that's cool. So, I mean, it's one of those things, right? I'm enjoying the racing quite a bit. It's a lot of fun, having a good time with it, but at the same time, I'm getting a little frustrated at points by the fact that really doesn't matter that well where you are in the race. The only thing you really have that can help you is defending yourself, and more often than not, you're trying to get forward, get ahead, right? So it's not something that you're really looking at defending yourself. You're looking at hitting the other guys, right? Like, I'm not going to save that rocket to defend me when it might not even work. I want to use it there, take that guy out if I can, and then maybe get a little bit closer to the lead. But then, you know, I come into another part where it's like, I need that rocket, and then if I don't have it, then I'm dropping from like 3rd to like 7th or something like that. So this one though, just hold on to it. Could have been 1st, not too bad though. We'll take the 3rd place there. And yeah, you can see from the community standings there were 402nd. This game's been out, I think maybe 3 days or so now, so it's been a little bit since the game officially came out, and there's still not a massive amount of people on, so I'm hoping that the community grows a bit. You know, LittleBigPlanet is a massive community, great building of levels and stuff like that. I'm excited to see what type of levels are built for this, because I'm hoping to have some cool community episodes where we check that stuff out, and also play with you guys too. So it's definitely a wait and see at this point, because I'm not too sure at least where that's all at, but hopefully we'll have some cool levels to play coming ahead, and I'm gonna wait maybe a week or so till I start doing that, because you know, let people build their levels, because really right now there's probably not going to be that great of levels out there. It's going to take people a bit of time to get their stuff up, so we'll let that happen before we really start venturing into what the multiplayer is like. What do we got now? Sweet battle mode, guys. Take these bunnies out. It's a 4-minute level though, so a little bit longer. Everybody's bunnies. Everybody's bees, everybody's bunnies. It's like a Dr. Dodgeball setup too. Everybody's running to get the balls. This case though, it's not balls. Little guns instead. Good start, 2 hits. Aw, wasted that. Oh, actually hit somebody, never mind. Sweet. Like I said, I feel like I'm getting better at this type. First I wasn't doing that great at it. Dropping all these boxes everywhere too. Shoot. I guess we're on teams, so that's why I can't hit everybody. Still doing alright, first place. Aw, miss. Darn it. Whew, nice hit. Okay. Gotta line somebody up. Missed everybody there. Sweet. Okay, we got a 4-point lead. I can't defend that. Okay, we got 7 seconds though. We're gonna hold on to this lead. Sweet. Yeah, the battle ones are becoming the easier ones for me. Okay, so we'll do one more race for this episode, guys. Someone said in the comments below as well regarding why didn't Media Molecule make this game? And I want to respond to that just a bit because it's an interesting question, right? I mean, they're the guys that made LittleBigPlanet. You'd expect them to make a LittleBigPlanet game. But, you know, United Front made this game. We've already talked about it a bit, you know, about the fact that they've made Mod Nation Racers. And the story about this is the fact that Sony wanted to make this play, create, share lineup. These were going to be games that they're going to do that, you know, you could play a bunch of different games that were all in the same vein, same idea. That you played the game, had a story, had cute characters, had fun, you know, gameplay, but then at the same time too, you also had this whole lineup that was about, you know, playing the game, then creating your own content and then sharing it online and playing other people's content. So LittleBigPlanet came out, that was a huge success. People love that game. We've got LittleBigPlanet, LittleBigPlanet 2, and LittleBigPlanet Vita, and also now LittleBigPlanet Karting. So it's really sprung off to be something really successful. But after LittleBigPlanet 1, they came out with after LittleBigPlanet 1, before LittleBigPlanet 2, they came out with Mod Nation Racers. And that was considered to be the next step in the play, create, share lineup. Now this game was, you know, the same idea as, you know, LittleBigPlanet was. If you guys played it, you understand that it was a cool game, it was a lot of fun, and it was very similar that you created these levels, great level design, great creation in that facet, and then also at the same time too, you also had the ability to play in the story, in the kart racing, and then go online and share your content or play other people's content. So it's a lot of fun and a good time, but unfortunately it didn't sell as well as the LittleBigPlanet did. And obviously the reason for this is it wasn't the same game. People didn't kind of connect the dots and say, oh, this is the same thing, because it wasn't. There were two different people making it. But United Front made that game, and for all intents and purposes, it was a really good game. Like, I really enjoyed Mod Nation Racers, and it's actually one of the things that makes me really sad about, you know, some companies dying or some companies moving on from content, because I would have loved to see more Mod Nation Racers, but they made a decision at that time that, you know, we can make, I guess, another Mod Nation Racers. They did make one for the Vita and really wasn't that great. They probably rushed it, didn't take the time that was needed to make it a really good game, and if you played the game, you probably know that it just didn't live up to really the expectations that were, you know, on for a Mod Nation Racers game. Didn't sell that well, and after that, pretty much the plug was pulled on, you know, doing that whole thing. So they still want to make a kart racer though, because kart racers are pretty popular. They're games that people play. You know, Nintendo's got their Mario Kart, and there's other ones too, like Sonic has its own kart racer. I talked about my favorite being Diddy Kong. So there's lots of different ones that are out there, and they wanted to make their own. And I think they just decided that, well, since LittleBigPlanet is such a big deal, such a big, you know, people love LittleBigPlanet already as is. It's not like it's something that is new to the market. Why don't we just rebrand Mod Nation Racers as LittleBigPlanet Karting? So instead of having all these different games that are kind of similar, they went the route of just making another LittleBigPlanet spin-off game, which is this one right here. And the reason why it's, you know, solid that it was made by the guys that made Mod Nation Racers, United Front, is, you know, really respect to them because they make great karting games, and I'm really enjoying this game right now. But, you know, that's the reason why they went with them over Media Molecule, because they really know how to make a kart racer. And it wasn't necessarily that Mod Nation Racers was a bad game, It had bad loading times. That was one of its problems. The other problem too that it had was the fact that it was just something that people didn't buy. They didn't, you know, like it as much as, you know, as LittleBigPlanet. So, I mean, they kind of got moved on to this project, did this project here, and as I've said, this is a really great game. But you know, I enjoy Mod Nation more. I enjoyed because it was different. You could create your character, like just create your character. It wasn't a Sackboy, and the kart customization was so much fun. Level design, you can auto-populate, which you can't do in this game. I haven't really done any level design yet because we've been playing the story. But there's some stuff in this one that, you know, I've kind of alluded to the fact that it was a little bit more complex when you played Mod Nation Racers. And I'm still enjoying this kart racer because it's a lot of fun. Like, it's a really good, well-made kart racer. But at the same time, as well as I've said, it's still something that it's, you know, not as complex as the previous iteration that they did do. Let's finish off this race here. See if we can get second in the bag. Maybe even first as well if we can catch that guy. It's not gonna happen though. Shoot. And we just threw our lead. No. Maybe we can still get third. We'll take third again. Yeah, so essentially that's kind of the reason why United Front did this game, because they're really good at kart racers. You can see from this it's a very solid kart racing game. And yeah, no, I'm enjoying quite a bit. You know, comparatively to Mod Nation Racers, I think this one is a little less fun. I enjoyed that one a little bit more. But you can see still that this is definitely a good game. You can see that the graphics are great. The actual gameplay is a lot of fun. And the customization is very much LittleBigPlanet, which is definitely not a bad thing either. So, with that said though, guys, I hope you are continuing to enjoy this series. I've said this before, but if you guys got anything you want to see, let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely get to it. You know, community levels, I'm going to wait a little bit, like I said. But we'll definitely start playing if you guys get that in there as well, and I'll continue to throw the mini games in there from time to time. But that is it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more LittleBigPlanet Karting.